Day 22. Today we have a movie that is not the most critically acclaimed, but I consider it a guilty pleasure, and I watch it at least once a year. We have The Faculty. Here we go. The Faculty was released in 1998. When Casey Connor, Harrington High School's newspaper photographer, witnesses the murder of a nurse and sees her alive again, he decides to investigate the bizarre happenings. As far as 90s horror goes, I always put this near the top of my list. Like I said, it's a guilty pleasure. You can find plenty wrong with this movie, but they don't really make movies like this anymore, and I'd like to hold on to this as long as I can. This film takes inspiration from a lot of horror films that came before it, most notably John Carpenter's The Thing, and then Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Some people might call this a ripoff. I think it has enough of its own elements to separate it from the rest. And also, the cast in this movie is fucking stacked. So bear with me. I made a list of them. We're just gonna rattle off some names. Cool? Listen to this cast. We have Elijah Wood, Jordana Brewster, Robert Patrick, Christopher McDonald, Jon Stewart, Usher, Salma Hayek, Famke Janssen, and last but not least, my motherfucking man, Josh Hartnett. Josh Hartnett also did Halloween H2O in 1998, which I believe was his debut, and this came after, but hell of a year for him. Oh, and Sean Hattie. Forgot to throw him in there. This whole film, once it comes together, is part thriller, it's part horror, it's part sci-fi, and part creature feature. This is like a nice little melting pot for subgenres in horror. There's some teases of the main creature in this story through the first two acts of the film, but we do get a reveal in the third act of the creature. I just love me a good creature with practical effects. You can't really beat it. The directing style of Robert Rodriguez, I think, benefits this film and kind of saves it, because if you threw any other director on this, it'd probably be really easy to turn into a snore fest. I think there's things to take from this movie and learn, and I would not mind seeing more movies like this made in the future. There's definitely a lesson to learn from this. And if you decide to check this out and it's not your cup of tea, at the very least, it's a fun night on your couch with a big bowl of popcorn. It's charming, it's well-paced, and you can tell that it comes from a place of love by someone who really appreciates the genre. If you want to check this movie out, it is streaming on HBO Max and Hulu. Apart from that, you figure out how to watch it in your own ways. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for day 23. Peace.